So we've given you a little Solar Power 101 at Pioneer Square. Today we're going to talk about solar energy in Oregon. Desiree's with the Oregon Solar Energy Industries Association. Solar power in Oregon. We don't get a lot of sun here. How does that work?
Well, actually, contraire, it doesn't need to be completely sunny all the time in order to absorb solar rays. So Oregon is leading the charge along with Japan and Germany, and we're competing at that level. They're not exactly sunny countries. In fact, we get more sun here than Germany and Japan combined.
So why is Oregon leading the charge? You'd think states like California or Florida that get a lot of sunshine, you'd think they'd be leading it. Why Oregon?
Well, first, you have a governor in Ted Kulongoski that has made it a priority for the state due to the renewable portfolio standards he set back in 2007. 25% of renewable energy in our energy consumption needs to come from renewable energy generation by 2020. So that's first. Secondly, the Oregon federal delegation, both of Congress and Senate, is very dedicated as well as to the President's vision, and that is to really increase our dependency on renewables and decrease our dependency on oil.
Okay, Desiree, we're at Solar World, but I don't know what Solar World is. I can just imagine.
Well, you asked earlier why we are leading the nation. The other reason we're leading the nation is the governor is committed to making Oregon the hub of solar manufacturing in the world. And we are starting with Solar World.
Hi, I'm Bob Beisner, Vice President at Solar World. What we're trying to do is reduce the cost of the solar module down to a place where it's actually going to be competitive with the electric rates that you have from your electric company. What I'd like to do now is just invite you on a tour of the facility. So please, step this way. Okay, we're going to start with crystal growing, so if I could ask my colleagues, please, safety glasses on, we'll go on out. Thanks. Okay, the first part is our crystal growing process. So what we're doing here, what Glenn is doing, is he's melting down the silicon. So it's packed into the crucible, it's melting down at 1400 degrees centigrade. So as you can see, it's very, very hot. So what Glenn's doing is he's making sure that this highly automated machine is keeping track of how fast the crystal is growing and how wide the crystal is growing, what its diameter is. It's going to take about 3 days to grow the crystal to its entire length, which can be between 6 and 9 feet long.
It looks like a forest in here.
Yeah, that's why we call it the silicon forest.
You do? Nice.
Okay, John, this is what the final crystal looks like. One of the things that we have to do, though, is there'll be some structural dislocation in the top and the bottom. So we're going to cut off this little portion in the top, a similar segment in the bottom, and then we're going to actually take that and recycle it. We'll run it back through the process again.
Great.
Okay. John, this is a sorting process. What we've already done is we've taken that ingot, we've cut it up into very thin wafers. They're as thin as your business card. So now what we're doing is we're sorting them to make sure they've met all of our specifications, and then they'll go over to the next part of the process, which is we're going to turn them into solar cells. We'll actually make them electrical devices so that way they can generate electricity. So John, this is the finished product. So we've seen the cells as they initially started. They were being grown, then they were being sliced up. Then they went through a process where we put a grid pattern on the front and the back so that way we could collect all those electrons. Now we've strung all of those together and we've encapsulated them into this module. This module has a 25-year warranty on it, probably lasts for 30 plus years. That's been our track record so far. And you can see, we're very proud. These cells, they're actually made up here in Oregon. So we're proud to be a part of Oregon. We're proud of everything that we've been able to get accomplished up here.
We hope you enjoyed our pieces on solar power, a renewable energy source that is definitely here today. It's important that we all get on board. I'm going to check out solar options for my home, and I suggest you do the same.